News on the go for you this morning at 17 minutes after 7 o'clock. Some residents in Soweto took to the streets late last night demanding electricity. Streets and roads leading in and out of the area have been blockaded to prevent morning traffic from flowing. Let's get you the latest from Soweto this morning and speak to the JMPD's Xolani Fihla, who joins us on the line. Xolani, thanks very much indeed for coming on. What is the latest in the area, and which particular area in Soweto is this?
Good morning to you, Michelle, and let me also take this opportunity to greet the viewers. Yes, following overnight service delivery protests, several roads in Orlando West and surrounding areas like Meadowlands and in Newzroom remain blocked off to traffic with rocks and debris. And the affected roads last night were Khumalo Road, Ogile Street, Zafania Mutupeng and Klipspray Valley Road, that's next to Orlando Stadium, Hennessy Street and Reverend Frederick Modise Drive. The protests did die down a bit this morning, but currently Reverend Frederick Modise Drive in Meadowlands and in Newzroom is closed off to traffic between Hennessy Street and Mabasutu Street. And Hennessy Street is also closed off to traffic between Khangwane Street and Reverend Frederick Modise Drive. Motorists can expect delays on Reverend Frederick Modise Drive in Meadowlands, and that's heading towards Ordendale Street, and also on Grover Road, that's leaving Meadowlands, and on Mahalifela Road in Dube and Pella Road in Orlando West, and vehicles are diverted from those closures. Then we've also received the reports that there's closures on Goma Road, and that's Goma Road between Mkweba Street and Moloto Street, that's in Piri, Mapeka and Molapo. So motorists are urged to exercise extreme caution for those obstructions on the roadway and to avoid those affected routes which are closed off, and that's Reverend Frederick Modise, Hennessy Street and Goma Road in those mentioned areas.
So it's quite a big area that's being impacted this morning, Xolani. What's your advice to motorists who need to leave or get into the area?
Firstly, you have to leave a bit earlier than usual, just to avoid those closures, and also just to take extra caution for the roads that are closed and for the debris on the roads so that they don't damage your vehicle. And also, if the roadway is completely closed off and you are confronted with any protesters, do not confront them, rather avoid that route and use alternative routes. But officers have been deployed in those affected areas to ensure that the traffic is free-flowing and to ensure that the motorists are diverted from the affected routes.
In terms of the reason for the protest, it started last night. It's in the midst of stage 6 load shedding. We know that Soweto has its own issues insofar as energy supply is concerned. This is not your area and it's not what you're responsible for, but do you know whether City Power has been to address residents?
Most parts of Soweto fall under Eskom and not necessarily City Power, but I know in some areas the community have been engaging with the relevant departments, especially Eskom, on how to find amicable solutions to this power outage problem. It has been consistent, and it has been devastating to residents, and especially if there are road closures and people are affected if they have to go to work. And coming back from work last night, I know there was heavy congestion within the Dube, Orlando West and Meadowlands area, but hopefully an amicable solution is found to resolve this matter.
I don't think that that's on the table quite yet, the electricity crisis, but I hear what you're saying. Xolani Fihla, let me thank you for your time this morning, the spokesperson for JMPD, just giving us an update on the areas being impacted by the latest round of protests. It's affecting Dube, Orlando West, Meadowlands, and several roads to be avoided this morning if you can, Khumalo Road and Klipspray Valley Road. It's a developing story that we're tracking for you.